Hello, Dr. Haney.
How you doing today?
All right. Okay. Hi, how are you? It's good seeing you again. All right, you growing up. Yeah, that's it. We're going to hit a problem.
Okay, very
good. Righty. Good to see you.
You doing all right?
All right. I just saw somebody that knew you've been talking for brother there when you were there, Dr. Levi Jones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he told me to tell you hello. Yes.
Press the cable underneath for you.
Oh, okay.
You saw Levi Jones?
Yeah, yeah. He's around and about, but he stays here in this area.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I told him I was going to come and do your program. He said, yeah, he remembered you. No, he's just retired and doing nothing. But, you know, he's around. I was talking to him on a proposal thing we were working on. You know, he's always into something. Yeah.
Did you meet him out on the campus?
Yeah, just this morning. And I said he comes up and sees Dr. Scales every once in a while.
Give me a mic check, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to deal with problems such as educational problems. We're going to look at that and deal with education problem, the gap between achievement of African Americans, European Americans, that type of thing. Look at it historically to the present. Try to put it in some context.
We've got a good time today because I think we're right on.
Oh, the good timing? Yeah. I saw you other guys out there. You just walking in.
There must be Pastor Walker out there now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 3 more fellas.
Oh, yeah, you got them lined up,
Yeah,
Paul.
got 'em lined up.
I hear you.
You got to do it that way.
That's it.
Out of here. You know, we take really 45 minutes for a
Yeah.
30-minute show.
That's right, yes.
Try to put an hour in.
That's right.
Do a show, a 30-minute show in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Which means that I'll be able to move through that.
That's right.
I'll be able to have a 30-minute show in an hour. So we can get out of here.
And politically, huh?
There was Malcolm X.
Uh-huh.
The Black Power.
Yeah, that's good, but she's on it. I mean, dealing with that and this climate that's going on.
Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the influence of social structures on human development. And we're fortunate to have with us to talk about the influence of social structures on human development, Dr. EKSanford from Tennessee State University. And Dr. Sanford, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you so much.
And to tell you, Dr. Sanford, how delighted we are to have you with us and to talk about the topic that we're talking about this morning, because this is purely, in a real sense, an academic topic. You see, I mean, this is the kind of topic that when you go to an institution to hear a sociologist talk about some of the issues and some of the situations that we're faced today, this is the wrapping that you generally put it in. And so this is what we wanted you to do this morning. That is to take all of the knowledge and the information that you have dealing with this particular topic and in a real sense instruct our audience this morning about the influence of social structures on human development. But before we get into that, Dr. Sanford, let's have you to give us some information in reference to your background, education, some of your experiences, and then we should be, by the second segment, able to get into the topic of the influence of social structures on human development. Let's do it from that perspective.
And thank you very much again for being here. Again, I'm Dr. EKSanford3, Professor of Sociology at Tennessee State University. I've been here now almost 20 years. I was there when you were actually there. I did my postdoc degree at the Pennsylvania State University in Penn State and State College, Pennsylvania. Proud to say that I got my doctorate degree at Howard University, where I would also like to say I worked on a very interesting research project there on my dissertation on the homeless elderly. And I lived among them and studied that particular population. But while there, I worked as an evaluation unit with the Department of Justice while I was in the Washington, D.C. area, as well as working with law enforcement agency, the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives. My master's degree at North Carolina Central University in Durham, North Carolina, where I'm actually from, Oxford, that's not far from Durham. And I've had other educational experiences that I think that are very much linked to this topic today, and I try to do that when I come. While working on my master's degree, I was doing some research as a research assistant at Duke University, where we dealt with school desegregation after the 1896 to 1954 Brown versus Board of Education. So some of that social structure we were talking about this morning, I would certainly like to include in that. But I've also, in reference to human development, did work with Dr. Gerard Linsky, who was a two-time American Sociological Association president at UNC in Chapel Hill. And I'm very proud of that educational experience. And I think what we're talking about today really kind of encompasses on both of us and our experiences in life and how we were influenced. So that's just some of my background of what I've been involved in over the years, leading to being a professor at Tennessee State University.
Well, Dr. Sanford, during this first segment, let's see if we can talk about, we talked about the influence of social structure on human development. What do we mean when we talk about social structure? Let's try to do that within the next couple of minutes.
Okay, absolutely, and I'm happy to do so. I would like the listening audience to understand when we think in terms of social structure, we're thinking in terms of 10 major institutions, and I would like for everyone to give some thought of those institutions and how they have influenced the listening audience personally, so that then we can understand how it influences everyone. And there are 10 of them. The first one that's primary and most important is that of the institution of the family. Then we know of the institution of religion, the institution of economics, the institution of law, the institution of the military, the institution of medicine, the institution of science, the institution of technology and media, everything that's going on right now. And then certainly the last one, the most important one, I think within our society as well as the family and the others, is that of government/politics. So when you just reflect on just what's going on any time in our society, we can see how we are indeed influenced by them. Any one of them we could pick out 1, 2, or 3 and think personally, how are we influenced by our family? Think from birth to where we are. How are we influenced by our religion? How are we influenced by the economics in which we were born into, or how we have, through education, institution of education, have certain achievement levels that we have been able to have other opportunities. So we can see just by understanding those 10 institutions that make up social structure, that makes up the social system, as Parsons would indicate, really influence us. And
okay, so what we'll do, we'll take this first commercial break and then we'll come back and we'll pick up and give you an opportunity to develop some of the institutions in reference to human development. And we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. 8-minute segment.
Oh, 8-minute segment, okay.
Segment. And that might allow you to deal with a couple of, you know, and then the next segment will have 10 minutes. And
okay,
so
good. That'll be
however
good.
you want to deal with them, you see. But that's essentially what we want to talk about.
Okay, I'm going to reiterate the 10.
Everybody's involved in it, you know. you can't get out of the family.
That's
you
right.
know,
Yeah.
it's
That's
just-
right. Yeah. I have a colleague right now that she's been a successful dentist and all that stuff. Big money.
Phil, can you get me a drink of water, please? Yeah. So I've got to take this thing while you give me some water.
Yeah.
Got a frog in my throat.
Yeah, I hear you.
Now this is our 8-minute segment coming up, right?
Okay. I'm gonna deal with social structure and Jean Piaget and 4 cognitive development stages of thinking and how we develop through that. Try to